Hey, what's up, guys? Tonight seems to be a pretty chill one. I don't have too many submissions. So, if anyone here hadn't submitted and want to submit something, feel free to send me a DM on Instagram and I'll go through it. I'm just gonna open all my submissions so far and we'll go from there. So yeah, right now I just have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 submissions. So plenty of time if anyone wants to submit something. Let me see if yeah, that should be giving you output. Cool. So let's just get started. Let me see something. Just submitted. Awesome. Just gonna get that one. Great. Let me put that in there. Let me see if I have anything else. Also, let me check my Patreon before I start to see if I have something in there. All right. All good. So let's get started. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, man, for sure. Digging the idea so far. Cool. Since you have the track with enabled, with download enabled, I'm just gonna put it in Ableton real quick and check on some stuff. So I was noticing a couple of things. Let me just see here. Maybe I can visually show you a little bit better. I think in this intro, I like the elements that you have. I just think the sub could be a little bit louder. Not as loud as the drop, but a little bit louder for sure. Then in here, I like this section, but I feel like it's missing a little bit on energy, and on like elements. So I would put something beneath what you already have. I can be just some ambient stuff, to be honest. I don't know. Let me just try something like that. So maybe you can like fade it in so it's not you know, as kind of out all of the sudden like too, you know, weird. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it just adds some space and some like extra vibe to the track. Oh yeah, and like the birds. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, make the sub louder in the drop as well, or in this section. I don't know if you would call it drop. Great. Yeah, I think it sounds better. It just makes it a little bit heavier. I'm like overdoing it in here, but yeah, you get the point. At work, so I'll check the live stream tonight. Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna be you know, available after I finish, so feel free to check it out whenever. Oh, really like this. That synth is great. Be careful with the different sounds that you have, just because the volumes are different from one each other, and that can create like an unbalanced mix. So make sure that the elements in the drop, the main elements, all have like a similar level and like perceived loudness. Like for example, this little, I don't know, like vocal weird effects is pretty good, but it's way too loud. Then once again in here, like this one, it's too quiet in comparison to this one. So just find like a balance in between, you know, all the elements, or at least like all the main elements that you want in the front, to have like a consistent amount, like a consistent volume, I mean. Because the elements are good, it's just a matter of like gain staging a little bit more, and taking note on those little details that at the end of the day they are important. Yeah, then once again, I feel like for the outro, something else could be added. It could be like the same sample that you added in here, like the same ambience could work. Yeah, yeah, I think it works great on the outro. So that's my feedback, man. Really good stuff. I like where your head is at with this idea. It's just a matter of like polishing it a little bit more. But yeah, good stuff. Thank you for supporting me on Patreon as well. I appreciate that. Um, right on. Let's move to the next one. Let me know if you have any questions or anything. You can just reach out to me and yep, I'll help. Yeah, you're welcome. All right, Kitsuna, let's check yours out. I think I like I like the idea. I think by now I would expect a little bit of an extra element to appear. I'm thinking like a vocal in here would be great for this section. Even it could start like you can start like teasing it in the very beginning of the intro and then like start like showing it more around this section. Yeah, something like that I feel like would be really nice. Pretty original. I like it. I just wish that some elements were a little bit brighter. I feel like they are a little bit too muted or too focused on like the low mids. It kind of sound like as your some of the elements have like an EQ like cutting way too much of the frequency spectrum. It may not be that, it may just be the nature of the sounds that you're using, but I definitely feel like you could use more of like around this area, and also I feel like your kick drum could be punchier and a little bit more in the front of the mix. once again, a little vocal chop or something just to glue everything together, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I love how like ethereal and atmospheric everything is. Nice. Yeah, I maybe, arrangement wise, if you had a vocal in here, I feel like this arrangement would work, but since you don't have a vocal or some extra element around this area, I feel like the arrangement could be a little bit shorter, just to keep it engaging throughout. But anyways, I do like the idea how it is now. It's just, a little detail that could help for future reference. But yeah, pretty good. Right on, let's move on.
Let's go. Let's go.
Just gonna download this one as well just to check on something. I like the idea for sure.
Let's go.
Yeah, I think that intro and build are sounding good. I feel like you have nice sound design in the drop. I just feel like the arrangement, the way that, you're placing things could be a little bit improved. It kind of feels a little bit too choppy for my taste, and a little bit too like sloppy. Like it could be a little bit tighter the way that you introduce elements and that you go from section to section. Also, it seems that it has like many little like gaps that could be filled out. So I would maybe recommend you just having a reference track or a couple of reference track to reference specifically the structure in the drops, and like when are sounds coming in and coming out and when are like calling responses happening. I feel like that could help out a lot. Then something that I was mentioning to the first track, I think it was, is just taking note on like the different volume of each main element and try to have like a cohesive perceived loudness throughout the drop, just to avoid having some elements being too loud and another elements being too quiet, you know. Then let me just move to the second drop. Yeah, and this drop is a little bit more apparent where I'm talking about like having elements that are maybe too loud in comparison to others. Like these little like blocky things are way quieter than the wops in here. So I would try to find like a balance in between those, you know.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I like the idea, as I said, and the sound design of it and all that. Maybe one last comment that I have is I feel like your snare could be more interesting. You could layer the snare that you have with like a more ringy or percussion-y snare, like a rim shot or something. Just gonna give you some examples of what I mean. Something like, let's check. Something like that. Something like that, maybe. Something like that could be really nice. So yeah, you get it. Let me know if you have any questions or anything. I can help you out for sure. Nice track. Let's move on. Switch fade. Let's check yours out. I think that synth, the pop 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 pop, it's a little bit too resonant in some areas, so just look out for that and see if you can bring it down a little bit in those parts, on like, you know, the parts that are too harsh for the ears.
I can see the light. 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 See the light. See the light. I can see the light. I can see the light. I
I kind of agree with Ryan that the pitching of the vocals feels a little bit out of context. Just because your drop is like heavy and it's a good one for sure, but the vocals pitch change kind of suggests for like a more melodic type of drop. So maybe you're doing that on purpose just to catch people off guard or something, which is totally fine. But it's just something to take into consideration because yeah, it kind of has like two different vibes. But if that's kind of your plan with it, then go for it.
I can see the light. I can see the
I really like the snare throughout the drops. I feel like the kick though could be a little bit heavier for this type of drop. It's like I can hear the kick at all times, but I feel like it's not heavy enough, like in the sub, in like the low end, basically.
I can see the I can see the light.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't have that much to say, to be honest. It's sounding pretty good, man. Just those couple of things that I touch on, but besides that, pretty good track. All right, let's keep going. I really like the idea in the intro and like the build up, and the drop is also cool, but I feel like there is some mixing issues with it. I feel like probably the sub it's too loud because there's something like you know, like taking too much space, and that's most likely the sub bass. So I would turn down the sub, see if that helps. It's like taking over your drums and everything, so that's something that should be looked over. Yeah, work in progress is all good. You can send work in progress, no problem. Yeah, it's your idea is great. It's just the mix downside of it that is lacking on the drops. As I said, most likely it's the sub, and just make sure if you're using something like Span, that could really help you out. But like my rule of thumb is have like the sub around like minus 27, minus 28, somewhere around there is like safe. You don't want it to be like way too loud. And have your kick being the loudest element on your drop as well, or in your track in general. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Let's keep listening. Much love, man. Thank you. I got you on queuing here just in case. Sick. Yeah, that's my feedback. Let me know if you have any questions or anything. I feel like I could really help out with this one, so reach out to me. I do one-on-one coaching if that's something that might be interesting to you or anyone in the chat. Yeah. Before I continue, let me show you. I have a song coming up this Friday, so let me show you a little snippet of it and see if you like it or not. So let me just put it like around here.
My sound on the people sound. My sound on the heavyweight sound. My sound is a generation. My sound make the sound gather round.
Yeah, that's all. But yeah, let's keep going. Oh yeah, I noticed that Ganja used that vocal after I finished. Also, LS Dream, I think, or I don't know if it's like if it is like the collab of LS Dream and Ganja that they used that vocal. After I was done with the track, I listened to that one. I was like, oh damn. But whatever. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm glad you guys liked it. Coming on Friday, so yeah. All right, ground score. Let's check yours out. Oh yeah, splices everything. Out of the gate, I would say this vocal feels a little bit too loud. Yeah, there's definitely a little bit too much of something in the vocal. Drop is cool though, I like it. Yeah, cool sound design in the drop as well. Yeah, this part in here, like this pre-drop, feels like a little bit that it needs a little bit more work in the mix down. Maybe it's once again like the sub being too loud for this specific section. But yeah, as Yoki is saying, the drop arrangement is really good. It's just like a little bit more polishing in the mix and master, the mix down. Yeah. I would turn all the synths down and leave the drums as they are, just to make a little bit more room for them, to be honest. I feel like it wouldn't hurt to turn down the synths a couple dBs, and that would help with everything being a little bit more dynamic and punchy. I feel like you don't have to, and like for everyone in here, you don't have to always go for like the loudest mix sound. Sometimes having like a very dynamic mix is just better in terms of like the way that it translates and how it's, you know, the feeling of it. So yeah. Yeah, great idea. I mean, it's just like the idea is great, the execution of it could be improved, but honestly it's pretty good. If you have any questions, let me know. Once again, good stuff. It's been great. Let's check out next one. Yeah, I feel like people are no longer paying that much attention on loudness, at least not as much as a couple of years back, so that's great for sure. Yeah, I just love a very dynamic track. I mean, sometimes I love like loud tracks, and that's great as well, but you know, like a very good dynamic track is great. Yeah, as far as a clean mix, that's all that matters. feel like I like this intro. I feel like you could push more on certain parts of the frequency spectrum to make it feel even fuller. So what I mean by that is, hold on, let me put that in here. Hungry version 2. Okay, there we go. You know, like boosting around this area, around 1000, and then a little bit around what is this, like 7000, mostly around 1000, like a wide boost in there, and you can like tell how much is just, you know, how bigger it feels. Obviously I'm overdoing it, and I'm doing it on your master, so it's gonna sound a little bit too much, but you get the idea.
Want to know my secret? I'm always hungry.
Yeah, there's some dissonance in here. I don't know if it's your sub being out of key or some synth being out of key, but yeah, there's some dissonance in the key of the track. Also, I would just turn down like the synths in general, just because you can see like very harsh peaks like here and here. So I feel like, once again, dynamics over loudness. I feel like your synths could be quieter, so then your drums feel more dynamic and everything feels, you know, more balanced. Because honestly, good drums, or actually like bad drums, can break your track even if the idea is great. Like you know, the difference in between like having good and bad drums can either make or break your track. So really pay close attention to that. I see that you guys are talking about like mix down and mastering and not needing a whole lot on the master if the mix is proper. Yeah, I completely agree. My mastering is, I don't have it in here, but it's just 2 glue compressors just boosting the volume, because everything else I just do it on the mix down phase. So I don't need to put too much in the master, you know. I just soft clip everything and it's good to go. All right, great. It's great that you knew that there was something out of key. Yeah.
My favorite type of food.
Yeah, I really like the pre-drop. I was gonna mention that. Great.
Let's find my next meal.
Yeah, pretty smooth transitions, I agree. In general, it is great. It's just like a couple of things, like it's finding out what is, off in there, like out of key, or if there is something that is kind of messing up with that, like FMing, like someone mentioned. And then like leaving a little bit more of room for the drums to breathe, and fixing like some peaks, like resonant peaks and stuff like that. So yeah, if you want any help with that, let me know. This is a great idea for sure. It just needs some more polishing, but honestly, you guys have been killing it with the submissions. It's just like a little bit more of polishing that needs to be done, basically. Yeah, good stuff. All right. Yeah, no worries. We welcome all levels, so it's great that you are, submitting to feedback, because it's gonna really help you out, like, with your music production journey, and making it faster for you to learn. So yeah. I've been there, man. No worries. I feel like something like a vocal in here could work great. Also, maybe putting some drums, like subtle drums, because I cannot seem to find like what's the rhythm that you're going for. So maybe if you put it some subtle like hi-hats or something, or claps just to go with the rhythm, then that will help my ear recognize kind of what's like the rhythm that you're going for. So I would start like putting more transitional elements just to make the transitions feel a little bit smoother. So like impacts and stuff like that in between sections, to make them feel like more cohesive and part of the track. Then on the build up, you can like put more stuff, and like start like automating more like filtering out the kick by the end of the build up is something that could be done, like adding some reverb tails, adding more risers, more percussion, just to make it feel a little bit fuller and a little bit less empty, basically. So, you know, adding something like this. And, you know, that kind of stuff, something like that. That can really help you out building more tension. Then the sounds that you have in the drop, they're pretty cool. It's just a matter of like filling the gaps in between the sections, because right now they're pretty like, you know, silence and then sound and silence and sound, and sometimes a little bit of silence in between sounds is good, but for the most part you want to have like other things that fill up the sound, the silence in between. Yeah, I think if you have a riser in the second part of the track, that's great, but I feel like you should also have one in this part, in like the first part as well. Yeah, it's just lacking a little bit of depth, so adding more stuff in the background and adding more fills, adding some transitional effects, as I mentioned. Something that I recommend a lot is just having reference tracks. So take tracks from people that you look up to and really listen to every element that they have and try to have something similar yourself. Even, you know, at this point I would advise you to start trying to recreate stuff like definitely like just try to copy and just for experimenting and for learning purposes, that's gonna help you out a lot. Yeah, I think you have a problem that I used to have, that is that you have many ideas in one track, and that makes it feel like different tracks into one. So I would say try to focus in 2 or 3 good ideas and recycle the rest. And also, as I said, transitional effects could work great to make everything seem a little bit more cohesive. It's a mess, but it's a good mess. You have like, you know, good ideas and good foundation. It's just a matter of like keep polishing that and keep adding stuff and just keep learning. You have like a little bit more depthness on this last drop. I feel like you have a little bit more going on, which is great. Still, you know, could be even more than this. But I see how this one is a little bit more, I don't know, more into like the stage that we want it to be. Yeah, man, you're welcome. Thank you for sending. I'm here to help, so if you have any questions, feel free to message me. Let me get that in Ableton. That was pretty cool. Let me just put it once again in here. Oh, 135. Fuck yeah. My feedback is that you should make this longer and send it back. This is sick. I feel there is a little opportunity to boost around like the low mids. You obviously don't want to overdo it, but I feel like that could give you like an even heavier vibe if that's something that you want. The mixdown is great as it is though, so this is just like something that I was playing with, but it's not like it's super needed. Yeah, besides that, it's pretty sick, man. You sent another one on IG that is longer. I'll see if I can get to that one because I got more submissions and I tried to do one per person first, and then if I have time I might go into a second one. But yeah, this is pretty sick, man. Thank you for sending.
Running like a sailboat, swimming if I can't float. With the tape and paper, rip it clean slate. Here we go, dropping like Geronimo, popping Tropicana flows, boats till we bubble up. Undercover, they don't know. Need to ice up, get a little sun on my face. Before I start a day, I just need to meditate. Best believe I'm gonna make moves when it wanna take. Time will reciprocate, sipping juice.
I feel like I like this, but everything in the intro is a little bit too loud. I feel like you could bring down the elements so that it feels a little bit more dynamic. That seems like a, you know, common topic for this stream.
Shadow follow me around. Now we're in the same boat. turn the lights out. I can't see a thing, dog. Can I get a phone light? I might let it ring, dog. I might let it ring, dog. Turn the lights out. I can't see a thing, dog. Can I get a phone light? I might let it ring, dog.
Yeah, I feel like your synths could be a tiny bit quieter to make your drums feel a little bit louder. And then your snare. I like the layers, but
I might let it ring, dog.
it's I feel like it's lacking like a more splashy sound. Like I think you may have that layer, but it's a little bit quiet. Because I can hear like the I wouldn't know if it's like a rim shot, but I can hear how kind of like the kick and that type of like rim shotty snare they're playing in there. But I feel like adding another layer with like a splashy clap or something like that could also helping here. I hope that makes sense.
I might let it ring, dog. Running like a sailboat, swimming if I can't float. With the tape and paper, with the clean slate. Here we go, dropping like Geronimo. Popping chopper can floats, boats till we bubble up. Undercover, they don't know. Need the place, start change. Before I start again, I just need to meditate. That's the way the running it. Moves with it, wanna check. Time over, sipping cake, sipping juice. Focus creeping in the dark, thinking music theme song. Shadow follow me around. Now we're in the same boat. Baby, turn the lights out. I can't see a thing, dog. Can I get a phone light? I might let it ring, dog.
Yeah, in this drop you seem to have like the type of snare that I'm talking about that I feel like could be implemented in the first one. Then for this part, it's kind of like the same feedback as before, just, you know, making room for a little bit more of dynamics. Cool. Let's move on.
Put it down, you gon' fall in love. I'ma put it down, you gon' fall in love. I'ma put it down, you gon' fall in love. I'ma put it down, you gon' fall in love. I'ma put it down, I'ma put it down, you gon' fall in love. I'ma put it down, I'ma put it down, you gon' fall in love. I'ma put it down, you gon' fall in love. I'ma put it down, I'ma put it down, you gon' fall in love. I'ma put it down, I'ma put it down, you gon' fall in love. I'ma put it down, you gon' fall in love.
I like this. This is cool.
I'ma put it down, you gon' fall in love. I'ma put it down, you gon' fall in love.
I just feel like maybe more post-processing on your sounds would be great. So what I would do if this was my track is I would duplicate the synths, and then on that duplicated one I would play with saturation, distortion, OTT, overdrive, amp, erosion, stuff like that. I'm mentioning mostly like Ableton stock plugins, but you know, I'm sure you, if you're on other DAW, you can find something similar. So yeah.
I'ma put it down, down, I'ma put it down, you gon' fall in love.
I just feel like things could be fatter, basically. Then your kick and the snare, mostly the kick, could be punchier and more aggressive. I like the sample. I would just put it more in the front. I like the arrangement for sure, and the sound design of it is just, I think now what you should do is like focus on post-processing the sounds to make them feel like as big as possible. Obviously depending on the vibe that you're going for, but you know, I feel like they have the potential to be way more powerful sounds, basically. But great stuff. Yeah, good one for sure. Let's check out yours, Chris. You're welcome. Thank you for sending. It was pretty nice one.
Ice.
Nice vibes. I can hear that you have like some like reverb or something in the background. I would still add like a little bit more in the background. Pretty nice though. I don't have that much else to say so far, but let's keep listening.
Diamonds ain't.
Nice. I don't know if it's just me. I don't know what you guys think, but I feel like this first, like that wub, like that double wub in there, I would like to hear more of that. I feel like that's pretty cool, and it has like a good topic. It's like a good motif for the drop, basically. Let's go, that's sick. You know what? I feel like the snare, I can hear it, but you're missing like on the low mids. I feel like the snare should have a little bit more of like the 200 to 300 thump. I feel like that could really help out to make these drops feel even, you know, more powerful. Besides that, this is so good. It's just, you know, it's pretty much finished, I would say. Just those couple of things that I mentioned, but yeah, sick one, man. Thank you for sending. I would say mostly the second one, but it wouldn't hurt to put a little bit more of that in the first drop as well. Yeah. But great stuff. Thank you for sending. Cool. I think this is gonna be the last one because I have to eat something. And I thought it was gonna be a shorter one, so I didn't eat before, and now I'm hungry AF. So yeah, I think this is gonna be the last one, but I have a couple of people that send me 2 tracks, so I might save those ones for next stream, or I might just check them off stream and then give you feedback, or yeah. So let's check this one out. I really like the percussion loop that you have in the background. That's pretty cool. Maybe the sub is a little bit too heavy, or the low mids, I don't know. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. Thank you for supporting me. Just maybe like fill in the gaps with some more weird stuff. That'd be great. Drums are pretty good in general. Great work on that part. Maybe the only thing that I would say about drums is the sidechain could be a little bit more aggressive. Hey, this is actually my last one because I gotta go. But feel free to send it anyways, and I might just review it myself and give you feedback off stream when I have a chance. Yeah, good stuff. Just those little notes in there, but the idea is great for sure, so thank you for sending. I appreciate it. And yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. If you guys want to support me on Patreon, that'd be awesome. If not, that's all good. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Have a good one.